Hi, my name is Dubreuil and I'm a photographer. I've been a photographer for over 10 years now, and I do mostly portraiture work for my home studio, but I do landscape work for myself. And back last year I invested in a Mavic Pro 2 to do my landscape images, to give me a different perspective and to help me reach places that I just can't in my wheelchair. I asked the group whether anybody would be interested in a tutorial on how to use Lightroom, which is part of the Adobe products. Lightroom is a very simple software, easy to edit, and I'm going to go through the basics from stage to stage. The first thing I would say is that it'd be worthwhile getting an external hard drive. I don't store my images on my iMac or PC hard drive, because if anything goes wrong you're going to lose those images. If they're on an external hard drive, you know that you've got them safe. I've got thousands of images that I've taken over the years, and I still keep every single one of them. So let's open Lightroom. I'm using Adobe Lightroom Classic CC. And the first thing you're going to see on the screen is Lightroom Catalog was not found. Use default catalog, quit, or choose a different catalog. Now, because I'm saving to an external hard drive, I'm going to choose a different catalog and then create a new catalog. And then I'm going to go to the external hard drive that I want to store these images on, or the filing system, and I'm going to call this auto import (2019). So here we are with the main screen. Obviously we got no images, so the next thing I'm going to do is go through how we import images and then look from there. So first thing we need to do is import some images into Adobe Lightroom. So we go File and Import Photos and Video, and I'm going to choose one of the drives that I've got some drone images. Which one should we go for? Let's go for Blaze Castle. So you can see from the screen now that it's chosen all the images. You can uncheck all of them and then just choose specific ones you want to import. You can actually just click on this one. You can actually choose just one image to look at, and if you go down to the bottom here and just click on the main square, you can see the image directly. I import all the images. Going over to where you're going to store those images, I'm going to set up a new folder because this is going through to my original system I have at the moment. So I'm going to change this, and to do that you press on Other Destination, and again I'm going to go down to this folder and I'm going to choose Auto Import, and then you will see that it automatically sets up the date, the number of images, and it's going into import 2019. It's got the date of when those images were first done. And if we go here, you can see we've got different things here. We can build a smart preview, data import suspected duplicates, make a second copy, add to a collection, close that down, and then you've got file naming. That's a very long process if you want to name your files. Apply during imports, so you can put in settings from your favorites or presets that you might have. I don't actually use any of this. I just keep the destination and then hit import. So now what's happening is it says enable address lookup, and I'm going to say yes to that, and we'll see why shortly. So now all the images are loaded into the library, and the one thing we'll say to you when you're doing your shoot or taking images, there's no such thing as taking so many or not enough. You take as many as you need that you feel you need to. A lot of them you won't actually use for one reason or another, but it's about sort of covering every aspect of your shoot, that you get the images that you were looking to get, and anything else that's on top of that is a bonus. So we are now in the library view, and if we go to again to the left hand side, you can see that we have the navigator. We can choose any image to look at, and if you press the F key, you can actually open that image up to see large. You can zoom in, zoom out, press the F key again to come out. So what I normally do is that I run through all the images using the F key and then using the arrow keys to go from each slide to look through. So that's the navigator. You got fill, you got one-to-one, and then you can choose the size. To make it as large, I just have it fit, and I'll leave it as that. Now your catalogue, this shows your images that you have in your catalogue at present. So we've got 102 images. There's a quick collection, which we haven't set up yet. And then you've got folders. This shows where the images are actually stored, because what Lightroom does, it does like a mirror imaging of where your images are and brings them into the software. So you can always find where your images are originally stored. You have some publishing services, so you can publish direct to Facebook, Flickr. You can add a few more through signing online. You can set it to a hard drive to publish to. Let's look at collections. If I click on the crosshair, it says create collection, create smart collection, create collection set. Now what I do, when I'm choosing images that I know that I want to keep, I will create a collection, and then I will name that. So this is Blaze Castle. Just respell that. And then I set as target collection. Now what that means is when I see an image that I'm interested in, looking at the film strip down here, if you see the little circle here, if you click that and you now go up to collection, you can see Blaise Castle and you can see one image is being added to that collection. So you can go through your images and decide which ones that you want to keep. We're not in the editing stage yet, so we're just looking through. So again, we can add that one. We can scroll along. And we can choose that one. So you get the idea. If you look at Blaise Castle, you can see that these images have been added. So I'm going to go now to uncheck those. In fact, there's an easy way to do that. Just go to the box and just uncheck them. And then go back to your main video. So, on the right-hand side, you have your histogram, which shows information about your ISO, your lens diameter, your f-stop, and the speed, shutter speed that you took the image. You've got quick development tools. You can set default colors, creative black and whites, curves, etc. If you prefer using that kind of thing, then that's fine. I don't work in that way. Keywording. This is so that you can then search in your catalogues for certain images where, say, they were sunset. So we can enter a keyword here like sunset, and so here you got keywords that keywords that contain keywords will export. Got your list here, and you can create keyword name. So let's put in sunset. Keywords tag option included on export, exporting containing keywords, and export stenosis. So add this to selective photos. So we can do that. So you can see here we've got sunset. So again, if I choose that image, then it's going to add that to that image. So just come out of that. And then from keywording, you got your metadata. So you've got your file name, your folder name. You can put in caption or a title. So if we go down here, you can see that there's this box, copyright. Now, I always put this information in, so I put Andy Dubreuil photography. This information will get stored with the image, and and it can be added to all the images that I want to have. The copyright status is copyrighted, so we have that now. You can put your creator, so it's Andy Dubreuil. I can't even spell my own name properly. So you can have sub-location, you can put rating, you can add a label. So you've got capture time, date captured, dimensions, again all your information from your ISO and what have you, and also have the GPS coordinates. So GPS coordinates, this can be really handy within Lightroom, because if we go up to the top here and we go to map, just let that load, and then we click on this image, and now we can see exactly where those photos were taken. And this can be anywhere in the world, but it's useful because you can then sort of remind yourself where you've been, have a look at those images and decide if you want to go back to that spot maybe at a different time of year. You know by looking at the images the kind of thing you're going to get from those images, so that you can almost kind of tailor to what you're going to do next time that you go there. So it's a really useful tool in having the GPS coordinates that the DJI Maverick does with its images. Lots of cameras also have this feature. They have GPS built into them, and it shows, like I say, where those images were taken. You can build up quite a really good map of any area where you've covered, and you can zoom in so you can get more detail, and then just move the map around. So here you can see the castle, and then if I scroll along to this one, there you can see that's that image there that links with that castle on the map. So that's really handy to have in your information. Is there anything else in there that I can really say? Not at the moment. These filters, again, these are due to with cataloging. You can put stars, you can give different colors. It just makes it easier to find images within a set parameter.